Hello everyone. The R&D landscape in 2023 witnessed notable investments from key players like BYD, SAIC, and NIO, reflecting a drive for innovation and industry leadership. In 2023, BYD spent 39.918 billion RMB, which is approximately $5.6 billion on R&D, accounting for 6.63% of their total revenue. SAIC, a major automobile company in Shanghai, invested 22 billion RMB in R&D, about $3.1 billion, which was around 3% of their total revenues in 2023. NIO, ranking third, allocated 13.4 billion RMB to R&D, roughly $1.9 billion, representing approximately 24% of their total revenue. Great Wall Motor spent 6% of its revenue on R&D. Li Auto had an R&D to revenue ratio of 6%, which equated to 8.55%. GSC spent 6.47%, Geely 4.3%, Xiaomi 2.47%, Xpeng 17.2%, BAIC 1.8%, and Leap Motor 11.46% of their revenues on R&D. So, you can see that NIO is the third largest spender on R&D among all Chinese automobile companies. Well, third largest. And in terms of revenue, NIO is at the top. NIO invested most of its R&D funds in developing two major sub-brands, ONVO, codenamed Alps, and then Firefly, codenamed as such. We don't know the name of the other sub-brand, but looking at these two sub-brands, ONVO targeting the range from 200K to 300K, and then the Firefly sub-brand targeting the range from 100K to 200K. All of these cars are quite ready. And today, ONVO has officially registered its social media account. So, they have registered their social media account today. Many sales reps have shifted towards ONVO, and many managers from NIO as well. Some have been promoted to higher roles in ONVO. This is a significant part of the R&D expense, which is developing these two new brands and cars. They also have new cars set to launch. And remember, starting from this year and next year, the CEO has said they will finally reap the rewards of success. The reason 24% is so high is that selling cars above 300K RMB is very difficult. But if you have cars that are very affordable, like 200K RMB, 100K RMB, they will sell very well. And if you combine it with battery swap, it's a no-brainer. And just yesterday, Tesla CEO Elon Musk said they will reveal their Robotaxi model on August 8th, with two variants of the Robotaxi car. One normal variant that will be like any other car, but also a variant that can operate without a steering wheel. It's crucial to raise this question, who is actually ahead in the Robotaxi race? And I should share the truth with you. I believe NIO is truly ahead, while you need to ask how this will work in Tesla Robotaxi. Yes, FSD is very impressive and powerful, but what happens when the charge runs out? Will someone still have to plug in the car? How will it work if a charger is working 247 every day? If that's the case, then it's not truly fully autonomous, right? Whereas in NIO, you can see that it's operating fully autonomously. And now NOP is so capable that all the roads in China are covered. Almost 90% of the roads in China have been driven by a NIO with the LiDAR system. And essentially, this has been mapped. So, they have a virtual world in the cloud, and they don't rely on navigation. It's just mapped, and they follow in the simulated world, which shows how the real road looks. Maybe there's construction there or some protrusion in the road that won't show on the map. But NIO has mapped everything. Maybe there's a bump or a small speed bump on the road. Everything has been mapped. And NIO cars are capable of knowing that this part has been mapped and a bump is coming. We'll soften the suspension and move forward. All of this is done without any human intervention. And of course, with NOP+, you can also drive autonomously. So, all of this combined, plus the ability to autonomously swap without anyone in the car, means that NIO is truly ahead in the Robotaxi race compared to Tesla. The only issue is affordability. NIO cars are very expensive, so you'll rarely see them in taxis. Sometimes, in some cities, but, in suburban or rural areas. My bad, a bit far, and a city bought NIO cars a few years ago to use them as taxis, which was very convenient for them because of the battery swap. But NIO cars are very expensive, and no taxi company will ever spend that much money on cars. And that's not reasonable at all. But of course, with ONVO and Firefly sub-brands, which make a taxi car very reasonable. You can see many 200k RMB cars as taxis in China, like XPeng cars or sometimes Tesla Model 3. BYD has many BYD cars, and these cars are mostly used as Uber taxis in China. And of course, with these sub-brands, you finally get a vehicle that is cheap and capable of battery swap and affordable. People will actually use it as a taxi, while NIO cars are out of reach for many. And you should also remember that R&D money is not just an expense. There is actual progress in it. And NIO CEO has said that they have shifted their focus on R&D to things that will benefit the balance sheet in the next 2 to 3 years. So, it's very critical to understand. For example, their self-developed chip. Yes, they have spent a lot of money on it, but it will save them a lot of money because they won't have to buy it from a vendor. It will boost their margins, and it will also become their unique moat. They have their own chip, which gives them more flexibility in managing it, and they have the best features. And having their own design means they can customize what they need because they've made it right. Self-developed brakes, calipers, brake calipers, self-developed motor suspension system. These are all good things that reduce their reliance on third-party suppliers, boost their margins, and make them more profitable. NIO CEO said in September that large R&D expenses will help boost their future profit margins, reduce their reliance on third-party cars. And if you look at some competitors, like Hippie, they heavily rely on third-party suppliers. They have nothing of their own, even the motor is made by Bosch. Essentially, this is an assembled car that's nothing special, just their own design. So, I think having your own is very important to outshine competitors. And, of course, it will be more affordable, cheaper, and boost their margins. So, after launching 2 brands this year and next year, they will achieve success in profiting from that success. And that 24% value will probably drop to a more reasonable 5 to 10% because they will sell more cars with the ONVO and Firefly sub-brands. So, it's going to become a beast. NIO is going to become a massive, massive beast of a company. With all these cars coming to the market soon, it will turn the tables. So, don't underestimate this. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next video.